Welcome back to the
Welcome back, everyone, to the ISGP Weekly Roundup. My name is, of course, Nintendo Gen 64.
My name is Liam, and welcome back.
Yes, and this is the weekly roundup for Week 3.
Week 3
of the International Spyro Grand Prix. Another week of fantastic speedrunning action has come to an end, and Liam and myself are here to, as we always do, recap the events that have happened in the last 7 days of speedrunning. So let's begin.
Let's begin. Group A.
Yes, Group A.
The standings, please.
Yes, and as you can see, Trob still leading.
Still on the top, baby. Trob number 1.
Yeah.
I was going from the whole time.
He's got 4 wins, 1 loss. Still the most wins of anyone in the entire tournament so far. Katie Lady still second place, 3-0.
Yet to lose a match, so we'll see how that goes.
Undefeated so far.
Excellent work.
Ratchet 5 has scored a couple wins this week.
Sneaking his way to the top, Ratchet 5.
Is now in the top 3 with 3 wins, 1 losses. My companion here, Liam.
No matches done by me this week. I've let you all down.
Is currently 4th in his group with 2 wins and 0 losses. Zindictive has done 6 of his matches, the most matches of anyone in the tournament.
Outstanding.
He's currently 2 wins, 4 losses, so unfortunately it's not looking good for his chances.
What a team player.
And as we go all the way down to the bottom of the list, Lyle Bandicoot, 93, has done 5 of his matches and unfortunately has lost every single one of them.
What an outstanding effort.
But 5 matches in 1 week.
That's unheard of.
That's very, very well done, Lyle.
Very rare.
Give yourself a big round of applause and buy yourself a can of Coke for your efforts. Group B, let's talk about Group B. Now,
number 1, unsurprisingly, Luke RF44.
Luke RF44
3 wins,
another win this week.
Not yet to lose.
Yeah.
Fairly good, fairly good.
It's 3-0. I'm coming in at number 2 in my group. I've got 3 wins, 1 loss.
3 cheesed victories and 1 deserved loss.
Cheesed victories. I think I did very well in my matches against Knight NC.
And the other two placings here are Knight NC and G4 Video 5.
Yeah,
who have 1 win apiece.
Both tied on points. I think you would put G4 Video 5 actually, I know in this list here is in the 4th place. He would actually be ahead of Knight NC because he did beat Knight NC, so that's just something
that just makes sense.
To pay attention
to. Now, last week,
yes,
Group B.
Yes.
We gave a big speech and a rabble about how you've not done a single match. Well, you've done some matches, but still, I see a lot of 0-0s there.
Yeah, well, as I was about to mention, Group B currently has done the fewest matches of any group still. Group C has done 11, Group A has done 16, and Group B has only done 8. A meager 8 matches that have been uploaded so far. So next week I want to see more matches still out of Group B. We're going to talk a little more about some of that stuff, but let's talk about Group C now. Group C didn't do too many matches this week, despite starting off the tournament very strong. Burrow and Zeph still 1st place in his group with 3 wins, 0 losses. Toto Zigam still 2-0. I think the top bit of this group still relatively the same. Interesting, jumping up to 4th place in Group C.
Crystal Fissure, our lovely host, has gone from the bottom to the mid.
Yeah, he actually won a couple matches this week.
Excellent effort, Crystal Fissure.
Especially his rematch against Noel McDavid, which he won.
Look out for.
And finishing off his group 0-3, Nama Club 2.
Max.
Come on, Max, you can do better.
Get on the board, Max. Hoping to see more of you.
Now, let's talk about some interesting things. The first thing I want to talk about is, and Liam, move out of the way because a fancy graphic is going to fly up.
Where is it? Where is it?
Candidate for the kick.
Oh!
So this is something we want to talk about here on the weekly roundup. Who is next in line to be removed from the tournament due to inactivity?
Who could it be? Who's not done a match?
And, drumroll please, the name, which will be appearing on the screen right now, is... Avado! So, let's talk about this guy. This guy has currently been in the tournament since day 1, has replied to me a total of 1 time, and has done a total of 0 matches. So, Avado, if you don't reply to me, I'm going to send you a direct message as soon as this video goes up. If you do not reply to my direct message within 24 hours of this video going live,
you'll be given the kick.
You'll be given the kick and removed from Group B.
And we've got a lot of eager people who can come and jump in, especially in Group B, where not many races have been done. So
yes. And this is another thing I want to talk to as well, the point of. So this week's candidate for the kick has been Avado. Now, next week, we've got a lot of people who currently done 0 matches. You will all be candidates for the kick if you do not do at least 1 match in the next 7 days. So these people we're talking about currently, Muddy Maestro,
James Jones,
Wed C517.
Wed, we were expecting big things from you, Wed C.
Now, I know you're free in the next week, so do at least one match, please, Wed. Also, King Europe 1, our friend Christian.
Christian is throwing the tournament.
You've done, your Group A has been the most productive group of the tournament so far, and you've done no matches. Ooh. So these 4 people, James Jones, Muddy Maestro, Wed C517, and Christian, King Europe 1, I want to see you guys do at least one match, unless you have severe circumstances surrounding the reasons you can't do a match. Please do them. Otherwise, next week you will be a candidate for the kick. Okay? So Avado, please respond to me within 24 hours of this video going up. You seem like a nice guy. I really don't want to get rid of you from the tournament, but we do have a lot of people in the wings standing by to join. Okay, next subject.
On to some brighter news here.
Let us talk about hashtag 4GoThrough, which has been a controversial
This
topic.
is termed the Carol Clause, and I think we'll know why. Now, when we started this tournament, we had a 2-go-through policy, a little bit unfavorable among the masses, that is. So our wonderful hosts have decided it will be 4-go-through from the tournament. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, let's talk about this. So basically, we had the idea that the top 2 of each group would go through to the grand final or the semi-final, and then we'd have those matches, so there'd be 6 going in the semi-final, and the top 3 of those matches would go to the grand final. Now that's still going to happen, so we're still going to have the top 2 of each group go through to the real grand final, and play for the World Speedrunning Championship, currently held by our friend Trob. But here's where the interesting thing is. People who finished number 3 and 4 in their group will also go to their own separate semi-final, and then the top 3 of that will go to their own separate grand final, and they will be playing for the prestigious and newly created Classic Speedrunning Championship. That's
excellent title.
That's Classic with a CRASSIC, and you'll see the name.
Yeah.
And so the Classic Speedrunning Championship will be awarded to the winner of that consolation grand final. And basically going forward now in these Spyro tournaments, we will have a consolation grand final, and you'll be able to play for the Classic Speedrunning Championship.
So, just to clarify, this is sort of an amateur bracket that we'll be bringing along. As the tournaments grow larger and larger and want more people in it, we'll want something to play along as well, for people like myself and maybe Angus.
Well, this is like, I'm going to gush a little bit again, as I tend to do in these weekly roundups.
Okay.
People like Zindictive and Ratchet 5 and Crystal Fissure and the FH013 and all these great people who've been around and been part of this community for years, who seemingly their skill level is not quite the level of a Chris or a Katie or a Toto or a Wed
or a Trob.
Or a Trob even. You guys will still, we still value having people like you around, and we still want to reward you for your years of effort and dedication to these tournaments. So we're going to give you the Classic Speedrunning Championship to play for, which will, the inaugural champion will be decided in this tournament now.
Right, next segment, Angus.
Well, I think it's time to talk about, Liam, our
Speedrunner of the Week. Now, this is something new we've brought on. Just this week we thought we'd bring it on, and maybe we'll continue next week. Picks for this Speedrunner of the Week, we both picked the same one. No surprise, everyone thought it would be Lyle Bandicoot 93.
Yes, Lyle Bandicoot 93 is our Speedrunner of the Week.
Why is he the Speedrunner of the Week?
Well, simple reason. He's done 5 matches this week.
Unheard of.
He only joined the tournament like less than 2 weeks ago, and he's already done 5 matches. I'm very proud of Lyle. He's done a great job. He's actually the first person ever who's admitted that he wants to lose all his races.
Oh, incredible.
So I'm very interested to see his matches versus.
Very sportsmanship-like acting going here for Lyle. As well, it's endearing. More people should be like Lyle. Yeah,
Lyle, and you can see you can get commendations too in the weekly roundups if you two do a bunch of matches. Whether you win or you lose, we're just here to have fun. In the spirit of healthy competition. Now, Speedrunner of the Week, done and done. Let's talk about our most recurring and popular segment. It's time for Match of the Week. Now we had about 10 or 11 matches uploaded this week. So
not as many as the previous week.
But more than week 1.
More than week 1. So still a few good matches to look out for here.
I don't know, do you have any honourable mentions? Because I don't have too many in the way of honourable mentions.
Not that I can think of.
Because there were 2 to me that really stood out as head and shoulders above the rest. So I'm going to talk about my personal match of the week. And that would be Ratchet 5 versus Fremont. Fraser, for those of you who know him by that name. My personal reasons for liking Ratchet 5 versus Fremont, it was a really fun call to be a part of. I was actually in that speedrun call. Fraser lying about where he was in the run to trigger Ratchet 5 to make Ratchet 5 think that it was a closer race than it was quite fun. And also, the editing of the video was really entertaining, especially with all the sound effects and the way Ratchet 5 screwed his bingo up and then re-edited the bingo so that so that it made it seem like he was doing something else. So yeah, Ratchet 5 versus Fromon gets my personal speedrunner of the week, match of the week.
So check that one out. And for me, you saw this coming. It's the rematch we were waiting for, maybe. Crystal Fissure versus
Noel McDavid.
Thank you for doing the rematch. It was an excellent match to watch. Really close as well with a few mess ups. And, it was almost as close as the first one. Finished within about... Oh, I won't give it away actually.
Yeah, there was a moment where my heart sank for one competitor when they charged off a cliff when they were trying to get a
who might that be?
Pole in Ice Cap.
Yeah,
we're not going to spoil the result of that match, even though you probably could figure out from the league standing. So check out those two matches. That's our sort of personal picks for races of the week. As for next week, keep an eye out for some people who've done no matches, because we sort of want to encourage them to do some races in the next 7 days. So
if you see one of those videos that you've not seen the competitors before, watch it, give it a comment, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, we really want to encourage people to understand that it's not all about practicing until you can make a route with no fuck ups. We want to have fun with these tournament matches. We don't want you guys to. This is going out to people who might have not done any matches. I don't know what your reasons are, but some common themes behind people not doing matches. A little bit of speedrunning anxiety. Or stress, or it being too much of a commitment. Seriously, log on, organize a race with someone, do it. It could take you 15 minutes to record a match. Anyway, with that, we will round up this weekly roundup.
That's our alarm. It's time to go.
See you guys next week. Farewell for now, but not forever.
I think if you fall in the water, then she starts throwing the stuff at you. But you can easily get back onto the barrel, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, but the TNT explodes, of course, so that's why you don't want to fall in the water. Oh, I like the noise. I like the sound. I like how every character sounds in this game. I'm not gonna say Selena the Squid, because every character sounds cool in this game.
Let us celebrate our new arrangement with the adding of chocolate to milk.